Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Light, and I do want to let you guys know that we did release a Madden 20 Saints Offensive Guide a couple days ago. And just like we did with the Defensive Ebook, we're going to give you guys a sample of what we have in our offensive guide. Now, this is going to be a 2-point conversion play, which I'll get into in a second. I just want to talk a little bit about the offense that we covered. So the main offense formation is the gun tight offset TE. But what we really love about this offense, Rich did a really good job, is that let's say they're trying to do a heavy blitz, right? The gun tight offset TE, you can max protect. We show you how to max protect out of this. But let's say they're sending like a 7-man blitz, unblockable, right? The beauty of this offense is you could go from a compressed set like this, and you could beat blitzes, you could beat coverage Ds, we show all of that. But you also have the option to audible to a complete empty set, and Rich did a full breakdown on gun empty Trey. So you're going from a gun tight to a gun empty 5 wide, and you catch them rushing 6 or 7 guys, it's a wrap. There's no way they're going to be able to stop a 5 wide scheme, especially with the different type of route combos that we have. Just those 2 sets alone work so well together, it makes it impossible to stop this offense. So let's take a look at the ebook and give you guys our favorite 2-point conversion scheme. This ebook, by the way, has over 50 videos, and I'm going to do an update on pistol bunch tight end. And we have an I-form running scheme inside the membership that's from the Saints playbook that will also really help. So this offense in general is extremely good. Let's check out the 2-point conversion play from the empty Trey formation.
All right, guys, got one more thing I want to talk to you guys about, and that is going to be a 2-point conversion scheme. Now, one of the things that I really feel separates truly elite competitive players from others is the ability to go for 2 when you really need to. Being able to have a go-to play in that scenario. And that's not something a lot of people have. Most people tend to just run, or they've already used their red zone scheme. So one thing that I've done pretty much throughout my competitive career is I've always had go-to 2-point conversion plays. And that's just things I keep in my back pocket, routes I don't really use, that when I need them, they're there. For those of you that followed me 2 years ago when I was running the single back trio, I had a absolute dime of a 2-point conversion play with a motion zig that I would lowball. And pretty much, I won probably hundreds of games simply based on that one route that I was able to throw and catch in scenarios that I just described. Things that I needed or I just wanted to be able to put even more pressure on my opponent and make them go score for score with me. So with all that being said, the scheme that I go to is gun empty Trey. And the reason I use this formation is there's a really unique route in the play Saints doubles in, and also in the play Saints switch. You'll see that the slot receiver route on the left-hand side is on this little kind of like an angled hitch route. I'm going to go ahead and put myself on the 2-yard line. So it's got a little angled hitch route. And what I do with this is anytime I see somebody directly in front of them, I know that there's a good chance that I can simply lowball this route because it delays and zones tend to back up and man coverage just kind of stands there. So unless it's double teamed with 2 zones pretty much right on top of it, you're going to be able to complete this almost 100% of the time, and it will force your opponent to actually user it. So the reason I actually go to empty Trey as opposed to some others is because I have other routes on the field. So if, for instance, on the play Saints doubles in, I will put the RB receiver or the running back on an hitch. So that way, if the user is guarding my route over here on the left-hand side to Edelman, I'll be able to throw a low ball hitch to White or a high ball to Watson in the back of the end zone. So pretty much I'm having 3 routes that my opponent has to manually guard, and all 3 of them are very glitchy and attack rather short. So no matter what zones they have out there, I'm pretty much just following where their user is, and I'm throwing to the opposite side. So right off the bat, you'll see, boom, this is the route that I'm talking to. And I'm going to go to instant replay just to show it to you. It delays for a split second. So here we're going to the instant replay. You'll see that this route kind of just doesn't move for a second. He just kind of sits there. And what happens is zone defenders drop back, man defenders kind of freeze. So then as soon as he makes his break to the inside, you see I'm already throwing a low ball. At that point, I've got an easy 2-3 yard gain that the opponent's defense is just going to dumb out. So it's an easy completion, easy dot that's going to force your opponent to user that one specific player. Now, once that actually happens, that's when you can throw this low ball back to the running back. So you'll see once again, boom, easy dot, easy completion to Edelman. I'm going to try to cycle through this a couple more times just to show you that if they are slowing that route down. So you see right there where there's like 2 players right in that vicinity. I had a zone directly on top of me. Safety came down and was in another form of zone. Once that happens, now you can throw this backside or the high ball to the post. You got the high ball to the post, and then you also have the hitch to the other side. So your opponent is going to essentially have 3 routes that they have to guard, and it's all set up because of this route to Edelman. Like I said, it's extremely glitchy, extremely good at getting that 2 to 3 yards that you may need. And this scenario doesn't only happen in the red zone. You could bust this out on a key 4th and 1 or a 4th and 2, anything where you need to keep the drive going. This is another great route and a great scheme to have in your back pocket. So that was a setup for the play Saints doubles in. That is probably my go-to passing play in this scenario. The other setup that I use is actually going to be Saints switch, because in Saints doubles in, I'm putting the running back on a hitch route. Some people will man that up and play underneath coverage and just hope that it stops the hitch. And then they'll try to bait between Edelman and then the post route, just try to confuse you. But if you go to Saints switch, now you have basically a completely different route concept. Here, what I like to do is I will put I'll leave Edelman on his route, but I'll put Ben Watson on a in route. So then at this point, I'm reading in. My first read always is going to be Edelman. If their user is over there, I'm looking at the in or the backside post to White. So once again, boom, see low ball, get into the end zone right there, pick up of 2-3 yards. But once again, on the play Saints switch, I'm putting Watson on an in route, and then I'm just going to read the field, boom, try to get that high ball into the running back. Just go ahead and show you, like, you have the other routes. There's the running back's route that you have. You don't have to put Watson on an in route, just something that I typically go to. You can leave him on his wheel, but you see, boom, Edelman, like I said, if their user's not there, it's going to be completed. Like I said, 99% of the time, that's the route you're throwing. But having the backside post to 2 different players and then also a hitch option on the play Saints doubles in, it really is going to give you 3 routes that your opponent has to manually guard, and it's all going to be open because of this one route to Edelman. So, like I said, keeping this in your back pocket for when you need it can win you a ton of games, and it's definitely something I wanted to make sure you guys were aware.
So that was just a sample of our Madden 20 Saints offensive guide. You can get it for $20 on MaddenDaily.com. But if you become a Madden Daily member, which is $9.95 per month, you're going to get all of our ebooks for $10. So if you were interested in getting our defensive guide and our offensive guide, it would make sense to go with our membership. You're actually going to save a lot of money, and you're going to get the best of our old premium and film room membership that we used to have. We combined it into one, and we lowered the price. So for $9.95, you're going to get 50% off ebooks, our weekly high-level tips, new concept schemes, blitzes, formation breakdowns. We also have a members-only community forum, and we're going to be doing gameplays and a scouting section for our community forum. I truly believe that Madden Daily is the best Madden site out, and I think so far with our membership and 2 ebooks, we're proving that. So to end the video, I'm just going to cover everything that is in the Saints guide that Rich did. Again, 50-plus videos, 6-plus formations. For those that don't like to have a lot of setups, a lot of these plays require 2 or less adjustments for their setup, so it's good for quick hiking. Over 26 plays were designed for our sim community. We're able to completely counter the heavy blitz meta while still leaving routes that can't be guarded. We have the glitchiest route in Madden 20, and we're not talking about the route that was in the 2-point conversion play. It's a different route. And then, like I mentioned in the beginning, you're attacking with compression and spread in the same offense. Plus, it also has really good run plays in this book. If you're interested, check out the link in the description for the Saints offensive guide. And if not, I'll see you guys in the next Madden 20 free tip video. Later, guys.